Ladies and gentlemen, we have Leanne here with us, and today is the last day of filming for the Women Award Ceremony, Women Month's history, and it's kind of, I would say, meaningful to have a female dancer, an actor next to me who looks like you danced for quite a few years of your life.
Yes,
Can
since I
can
was 4.
can you talk a little bit about dancing, and maybe the next question I'll ask you about acting.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm
Okay,
Leanne.
that's for you.
Okay. I'm from Australia originally, so I've lived in New York for 5 years now. I've been dancing my whole life. So I started when I was 4, and I did jazz tap ballet. My dad would always take me to musical theatre, and I just loved, and I just knew I wanted to be on stage, and so I just always pursued that. And then when I moved to New York, I got more involved in more kind of freestyle dance, house, hustle, breaking, things like that. So, and I just fell in love with that because I was able to just dance freely. You know, there was certain steps for certain genres, but then I just put my personality on that. So there's no one telling me how to dance or what to dance. Like, it just allowed me to be in my body opposed into my head, following choreography. So,
What do you think the dancing and acting give you as a person? Do you think you live like a fulfilled life? You enjoy like what you do? Like, some people have regular jobs like lawyers, doctors. Go to work, and being a dancer and actor is completely different freelance feel to it.
yeah, definitely. Because I used to have a regular job. I used to work at the corporate world, and was completely like unfulfilled, but not realizing why. Like, all I ever wanted to do was dance. So, and then that just kind of clicked one day. So I decided to, just go for it, and just left the whole corporate world and left Australia and moved here. And then, so I feel so much more fulfilled, and I feel so much more like worth or wealth without having material items, because I feel free to just kind of express myself.
You're living with today in an experienced life. What do you think dancing may be in the next, let's say, 50, 100 years? Like, we saw the dancing, what was like, let's say 100 years, people dance foxtrot, they dance tango. Now it's new moves, like what you dance. What do you think where the dance world is moving forward?
Well, I feel like it's definitely getting just more expansion, more creativity. Like, I do martial arts as well, so that really comes into my dance. And then just, a lot of my friends, the ability to do things, spin on their head, backflips, back tucks, like floor moves, things like that. Like, it's just really whatever the body, I feel like whatever the body can do, or whatever you've want to try and you can put into your dance. There's no like one right or wrong way to dance particular steps. In certain genres, you can just really express who you are. So,
but you're not only a dancer, you're also an actor. Or do you think your dancing experience helpful to be an actor? Like, it's like actors usually expressing the emotions and feeling, and they speak also sometimes but dancing, it helps to visually transform you and kind of show the emotions. Do you think it helps?
Yeah, definitely. And because what I'm interested in is like action roles, choreographed fight scenes, things like that. So I'm able to incorporate my dance and my martial arts and my acting into one kind of like passion, one kind of role.
How do you look for your gigs? Like, do you have an agent? Do you go online on Facebook or Craigslist? Where the majority of paid decent gigs come from?
I'm with casting networks and Actors Access, so that's mainly. And then I've met a few agents and managers that would maybe put me forward for certain roles. I haven't signed specifically with an agent yet, but I get a lot of most of my work comes from Actors Access casting networks.
Do you think things like social media, let's say Facebook, or maybe recording YouTube videos when you dance, helps to promote you and build a name for yourself, and eventually get some gigs directly rather than through the agencies or groups where they take certain cut?
Yeah, I think it helps to show your work and to show that you're busy and you're doing things, and that's, I think, nice for casting directors to see that you're out there doing your own work and that kind of thing. But you need to be able to know what you're doing. just having a big social media following doesn't mean you actually can act or dance or whatever. So I feel like
I always thought that if you have millions of people enjoying your moves, so that means that if someone hires you, there is a possibility that millions of people will enjoy that moves and want to watch that. If someone doesn't have social media, that they might still have decent school and decent moves, but it doesn't mean that that would be viewed by like a Netflix or like a Amazon video. So do you think the social media could be helpful in that sense?
Yes or no. Like I don't really care for it for that reason. So I feel like, if the talent and what I'm meant to do, I'm going to align with the right people to do that. So, just because I have 1 million followers doesn't mean they're always going to watch my films and things like that. I mean, a lot of them don't even really pay attention. They're just a follower. So, it's not really something I've really kind of got on board with. I mean, some people do, but I know actors, and I've read articles that, some actors have a lot of following, but at the end of the day, if they can act, it doesn't matter. If they're not going to get the gig, the casting director's not going to book them. So, you may influence people, but if you can't, if you don't have the craft, then it's not going to happen.
How do you measure the craft? Do you think the following have nothing to do with like a measurement? Like there are let's say a few people who are critics and professionals in the industry who would say that's an actor, that's a dancer, and people respect their name. If they follow you, if they comment and say that's a following. It may be you don't need a million people followers, but if you have 20, 30 most important people in the industry who are in your fan base, it's basically a distinction that can confront the audience and say, okay, that person is really matter.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you have people in the industry that are following you, people you want to work with, casting directors, filmmakers, people you want to collaborate with, and I think, that's definitely, if they respect your work, you respect theirs. But, it just depends. People follow anything these days, so they like anything, but that doesn't really mean that they're really your supporter. Like people on Instagram collect followers, but they don't really follow anybody else, because they think, well, if I have a lot of following, then I'm going to get something. But they're not following anyone. So I find that very selfish. I think it should be a collaboration. I respect your work, you respect mine. Maybe we work together one day, not just I want to collect followers to say I have 1 million followers. Like that doesn't have any substance to me. So,
okay. Cool. That kind of kills my last question. Usually at the end, I ask the audience what is your Instagram followed, but you don't really care about that. What is the process? Like, let's say someone heard what you said, and how they can maybe watch and see your body of work. If you have examples, do you use Facebook for that, or a website?
Yeah, I have a website. I do have a Facebook page, and I've recently set up Instagram just to show clips of my work and headshots and things of my work, just so I can show what's going out there. Because if I don't show, no one knows what I'm doing. So so Leanne.m.Watson for both. So yeah.
Guys, now you heard from the expert. Hopefully, you can check out Leanne's work, and maybe you like it. Thank you.